In a world where every hobby product feels like a tuition payment, 2025 Bowman Chrome U's Football Hobby Box stands alone as the midterm exam. More packs, more parallels, more pressure, and absolutely no study guide.
They call it Hobby Box Semester because the opening one feels exactly like a college midterm. You start confident, you end confused, and somewhere in the middle, you question all your life choices. And this isn't a 10-card cram session, this is a full academic workload with parallels and autographs that may or may not change your GPA.
And just like a real midterm, half the class pulls straight A's. And the rest of us get a reminder that curves exist for a reason. So grab your notebooks, stretch your wrists, and mentally prepare for disappointment, because tonight we're taking the hobby's biggest exam.
And trust me, I didn't study.
Well, class is in session. Let's rip. And welcome back to Cards Conspiracy. I'm Huff, adjunct professor of overanalysis and full-time hobby realist.
And I buff, still waiting on my NIL deal in card breaking. Seriously, Leaf, call me. I'll sign up for a box of top loaders and lunch money.
Tonight, we're tackling the 2025 Bowman Chrome U Football Hobby Box. Unlike Breaker's Delight, this one's a full workload. You get actual packs, multiple quizzes, and several emotional breakdowns.
Each hobby box comes with 2 autos and a stack of parallels according to the checklist, which is basically the syllabus every collector pretends to read.
As usual, we're ripping 2 boxes, one for each of us. 2 data points, infinitely questionable results. Why don't you start us off tonight, Buff?
Yeah, so let's see where we got the Bowman's Chrome 2025 set.
So if you like this content, please like, subscribe, give us a comment, and let us know how we're doing. I'll tell you, we apologize that we're late on this one. We had actually been part of the pre-order for the hobby and jumbo boxes, but for some reason, Topps forgot to send it to us. They actually had started with a shipping label, but they never fixed it to any boxes and sent it out to us. So we received these pretty late. Their customer service is actually really good at Topps. They did take care of us, but took a little time for them to get the boxes back out to us. So apologies we're delayed, but want to get this out to you guys, see how we do on these Bowman Chrome U 2025 football boxes.
Yeah.
Big chases. We're always looking for some of the big name quarterbacks in this class.
Who are some of the big name quarterbacks, Huff?
The big ones that we're looking for, a couple players. Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana. They had a loss that came out recently. Bryce Underwood still doing well. Lenore Sellers. We have a very slick Lenore Sellers card that we will show you on video tonight. We got the 1/1 from Leaf. We got his auto in the vinyl, gold vinyl. So we'll show that, the Super Fractor. Diego Pavia out of Vanderbilt. John Mateer from Oklahoma. And Dante Moore, Oregon. Lots of big names in this class of quarterbacks.
It looks like we got Acropolis, John Mateer.
Great. Just mentioned John Mateer, one of the top players in the checklist.
Nice. These, the first pack was all base. Not what you're looking for. Jonah Coleman. These are like the standard Bowman cards, which is they always use them. It's the old reliable. Evan Pryor.
These checklists are pretty big, and it's hard to follow all of the college players. So we leveraged Gaby Card Stacks. For those of you out there at home watching along,
We got
check out
Andy
Gaby.
Urlacher, and then that's not numbered, but it's still a cool sparkly.
Gaby has tons of hours out there breaking down this entire checklist on both YouTube and his Patreon. So check out Gaby Card Stacks. Really help to prepare us for this checklist coming out.
Give me a second here. Dawson Pendergrass, Francis Mayorga, who looks like we got an autograph here. And it's Quinston Martin Jr. out of 150.
Wow.
That's a Penn State guy. Here we go. How do you like the look of these cards? I know these are like the normal, just Bowman cards, but do you like them?
I think they're fun. I think it's cool on print. Now, I'll see more up close. We did the Breaker's Delight already, so we were kind of spoiled because we had all the parallels and autos. As we mentioned earlier, 10 cards in that per box, one pack per box. So this is a lot more cards, a lot more base tonight. For those of you that set build, this is probably the right product to do so. This and the Jumbos. Jumbos have even more cards, more base.
Diego Pavia, College Rule Playbook. That's very good. Wish we got an auto of him. Tucker Gleason, on that silver there.
Yeah, we were fortunate. We pulled the Diego Pavia auto out of the Breakers Delight box. So
Yeah.
we were fortunate. Out of 75, we have his auto.
Junior Vandervoss. And then we got Keldrick Falk out of 99 there on the green parallel. Here we go again. Looks like we're close to like a quarter of the way down here.
Now, I know you're an OSU fan, Buff, and unfortunately, not much in terms of OSU players in this set. They are Panini exclusive, so there's big names.
Ooh, skipped a card. And it's TJ Parker on that green sparkly, which I really like this looking card. Not unnumbered, but still.
TJ Parker out of Clemson.
Then, as you said, not many OSU guys. We got an Anthony Rogers.
All right. Not bad.
Not
the
bad
big
at all.
names, Julian Sayin, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate. I think they are all Panini exclusive signers, so we won't expect to see their autographs here. OSU, as we record this, still
North
top
Sellers.
dogs in NCAA football. Could be pretty hard to unseat them, it looks like, this year. So perhaps chase another championship.
There's some pretty good teams, though. Like that came up from out of nowhere. We got a Dylan Stewart out of the silver. Let's see here. And we've got JVN Thomas.
What do we have? One auto so far?
We have one auto so far.
Okay, so we're still looking for at
Got
least
our
one more
stock
auto. One more auto.
One more auto. And we are halfway through this now on my side.
Pretty good mix of color and numbered parallels, it looks like.
And we got Nate Frazier. And now we're starting on to the second half of the break. Looks like this is all base. We're going to insert here Kevin Jennings, quarterback out of SMU. Yeah, I enjoy these cards. They're cool looking, and you always know what brand it is when you see these cards. Fernando Mendoza.
Another top dog. Was that on the refractor?
Yep.
He's our number one overall.
Silver
He's our number one overall on our checklist.
Yeah.
Quarterback out of Indiana.
Joe Royer. Jordan Tyson. And it looks like
One of the things I always like about
Joey
Bowman
Alcantara.
Chrome U is the prospecting side of this. So when we think about football, these are the potential future stars of the NFL and players you might see. And you don't always know exactly who's going to pan out and who's not in the pros, just because they had a heck of a career
looks
in
like got our
college.
second auto here. And it's Fernando Mendoza. Let's go. Whoa. And that is out of.
That's the number one.
Yep.
We did
It's
it.
out of 150 there.
You did it, Buff. Number one overall, Fernando Mendoza.
Wow.
The hot one. Nailed it.
And that might be on card.
On card
Dude.
auto. And what's the numbered out of?
And that is out of 150.
Congratulations.
Wonder-
Our number one overall hit.
Wow.
We have Mendoza and Pavia autos.
Wow.
Pavia out of the Breakers Delight, Mendoza out of the hobby. I'll tell you what, must be influencer boxes we're getting. All 300 of
Yeah.
you people that watch us, thank you so much. We'll take it. We'll take as many Mendoza autos as we can possibly get.
Yeah, for sure. Let me get this stand set up. Put you in
Whatever
there.
happens to the rest of the rip, I think we did well.
Yeah. That's an amazing card there. Okay, let's continue the rip, I guess, which means we're probably not going to get anything too good out of this.
Yeah, it could be very hard to beat that, Buff, just being honest with you.
And then we got Trent Walker out of 350 there. Some of these are hard to see on these parallels.
The names,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the names, the numbers.
the numbers.
This is a gold number on a gold card, so it's very hard to see it in person here. It's easier to read on camera, though. See here, which that's insane, that card. Path to Glory, Jaden Baugh.
The only bigger would be his 101 or lower number. He's the guy.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's chasing right now. Fernando Mendoza.
Hopefully we get another one. And then we got Diego Pavia on the checkered here. Very good. And our last pack magic, baby, which probably not going to be a thing in this box because we already got that massive hit. And we got Kevin Jennings. And then Decker DeGraff.
Well, what a box, to say the least, Sir Buff. Great job. And before we turn over to me, tonight's episode of Cards Conspiracy is brought to you by our friends at Card Scout, the world's first digital scouting service for all of your pulls.
Do you spend hours trying to figure out whether your Bowman Auto is a future star or a future substitute teacher? Are you tired of convincing your friends that the backup tight end you pulled definitely has an upside? Well, now, Card Scout gives every collector the one thing we all desperately need: false hope, but supported by data.
Just upload a photo of your card to the proprietary app, and Card Scout uses its patented algorithm to project the player's 3-year hobby potential based on real-time analytics, hype cycles, and your personalized level of denial.
It's 99% accurate at identifying future dollar bin dwellers, 42% convinced your prospect auto peaked in high school, and 100% confident you'll ignore the results anyway. Best of all, each Card Scout report includes advanced metrics like projected comps per minute, transfer portal risk index, and my personal favorite, the cardboard EKG, which measures the pulse of your hobby delusion.
And to make your life easier, Card Scout automatically generates a personalized excuse to use when showing friends your hits, such as, he's underrated, or the coach didn't use him right, or my personal favorite, trust me, he's a sleeper.
Finally, it's denial that writes itself. And unlike card grading, there's no waiting time. Your disappointment is instant, automated, and fully analytic.
Card Scout, because the hobby may lie, but the algorithm never sugarcoats it. Okay, well, great job, Buff. We're on to box number 2. Here we go. I don't know how I'm going to beat that one, so I better have a one-of-one gold vinyl here to be able to top that. We're going pretty quick through these. Again, lots of base cards to flip through here as well, but a heck of a box here. I've been very pleased. Listen, this is always one of my favorite products of the year because I love this concept of prospecting potential players that might make it in the NFL. Again, success in the NCAA doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful in the NFL, but the opposite is also true. If you didn't have the best college career in the world, you could still be successful in the pros. Maybe not as frequently, maybe not as often, but it is possible. So let's go ahead and stack these up and let's get working.
Cam Ward had an amazing college career, and now he's flopping in the NFL.
Yeah, Cam Ward was a low sort of hype prospect out of high school. Didn't have a lot of college interest, believe it or not. The schools that were looking at him, he was a 1 or 2 star. I don't remember off the top of my head, but kind of a lower star high school athlete going into college. And we're going to go a little bit quicker through the Sam Levitt. Started off his career at University Incarnate Word in San Antonio, Texas. Played there, did very well at UIW, smaller school. Ended up transferring to Washington State, I believe. Had a pretty good career there. He'd followed the coaches over to Washington State and then ends up transferring. There's LJ Martin on the X Factor. Transferred to Miami, had a heck of a season. And ultimately drafted number 1 overall by the Tennessee Titans. And unfortunately, the team is not doing well. We'll see. I'm not quitting on him yet, but he's certainly not living up to expectations. But he's not getting a ton of support from the team as well. Owen McCown. And when I say support from the team, I mean the players around him. Does he have the right offensive line to protect him? Does he have the right receivers to throw to? So work in progress for sure. Now, the one who has impressed from this year is the quarterback of the New York Giants.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart, I got an auto here. So this is Matt Lauder. Matt Lauder auto out of Boise State.
Nothing too big there. It's just like a normal auto, which might mean you have
Let's
something
take a base.
big here.
Let's see. I don't know. Maybe we do that gold fractor auto. Well, we're gonna find out here.
You got the 1 of 1.
RJ Maryland college roll playbook. I do like these sharp looking insert. Kind of a cool. John Mateer, another top dog out there. One of our top guys. One of the top chases. But the quarterback of the New York Giants, Jackson Dart. What a season he's had. Unfortunately, he's been battling some injury also. I think he's in concussion protocol or was.
Is he?
Yeah, we have Lewis Bond here. This is to number, looks like the number 60. So this is number, I'm sorry, there we go. It's number 9 out of 350, 90 out of 350. Yeah, these are a little tricky to read, I can tell.
That's a pretty weird number for a gold card like that. You'd expect those to be 25, maybe even 10, but that's weird it being out of 350 in this product.
Certainly a lot of base here. So again, you could almost get the full set out of these. A lot of base cards, but again, good mix of color, autos, numbered cards. We're going to try and get the jumbo boxes ripped for you guys this week also to show you the differences. So we'll have all 3 that we've gone through, the Breaker's Delight, Hobby, and Jumbo. And you guys let us know down below. Like, subscribe, comment. Let us know how we're doing. What else you want to see us rip? What other products do you like? And what are you chasing? There's a Dallas Wilson. It's hard to believe we're entering the Thanksgiving time here already.
Pretty
We're
crazy.
just I see Garrett Nussmeyer on the back there. So one of the big cards.
Do you know what games are playing
doesn't
on
matter.
Thanksgiving? We'll have to.
I haven't looked at the
figure that
schedule
out.
yet this year,
Yeah.
so we'll check it out and see what Thanksgiving games there are for the pros. And before you know, we'll be heading in the playoff season for the NCAA also. I'm still looking. Oh, there's James Peoples, OSU, the Ohio State
Yeah.
University. Still looking for an auto in here, I believe. Fernando Mendoza on the insert.
Pretty good.
And a couple packs. 4 cards per pack.
Pretty good.
So let me ask you this, Buff. How do you think of the Bowman sort of college cards as compared to the pro cards? What do you prefer and why? Luke Altmaier, that's a very cool card. Helmet off, kind
Yeah,
of cool.
that's a really cool
Like that a
photo
lot.
of him. You probably enjoyed that. I think I prefer the pro cards just because they're more value, of course. For some reason, people just don't like attract to the college and prospect cards as much as they do to the like pro cards, like the NFL and stuff. And that goes for all sports, which is pretty interesting.
Marcel Reed.
Why that is. So that's why I think I'm drawn to the pro sports because they are easier to track and there's less teams than the college sports. But
Carson Beck.
you'll meet people who aren't like that and they like having tons of teams, tons of players.
Yeah, I feel like prospecting tends to be a little bit more popular in baseball than it is in football. You don't see as much prospecting. It's a special group that collects NCAA and college-based cards. It's interesting because we talk about baseball a lot in the show also. And with baseball being heavier in prospecting, they have the whole minor league that players are able to bounce back and forth between the minors and the majors. And it's almost as though the NCAA has become minor league football now at this point. Kevin Jennings
pretty much.
on the refractor. So we're down to 2 or 3 packs, or 3 packs looks like. I still think we're missing an auto here. Let's see how we do.
Hopefully you don't get robbed in an auto. Hopefully you don't get paninied, even though this is a Topps product.
Caleb Douglas out of 350 from Texas Tech. For being out of 350, it's a good-looking card.
It
It's
is.
cool.
I don't understand why they have the gold as 350. It's a weird color. Like when you see gold, you think of low numbered and you think of like value. You don't think of something high like that.
That might be considered yellow. I think the actual gold is the 50.
think?
This last pack, and I don't recall having a second auto here, so I'm going to have to go back through these
Yeah,
unless we have last pack magic
I
here.
don't-
Let's see if we get some last pack magic.
Oh,
There it is. There's the
yeah.
auto. Chase Sowell. Chase Sowell on the Shimmy Shine. That is to 50. So that's a sticker auto to 50 from Iowa State. All right, so that wraps us up for tonight.
So
with
that
regards to
was the
Bowman's.
gold out of 50. So
That
you
was the
were-
gold. This
you
is
were
gold
right.
shimmer. So this is gold,
Gold
shimmer,
shimmer.
out of 50. It looks like.
So
Not
it looks
true
like
gold.
the normal
shimmer.
gold is just out of 350.
Yes, you got it. Well, students, the midterm is over. The books are in and the grades have been curved. This hobby box delivered 2 autos, a bunch of parallels, and at least one moment where Buff questioned all of his life choices. But his box was quite the box, much more than we had expected, seeing the big hit of Mendoza coming out of there from an autograph. So what do you say there, Buff?
Yeah, this box definitely felt like a semester. Heavy workload, questionable results, and a curve so generous it belongs in a museum. At least the hobby configuration gives you more reps, more inserts, and more chances to talk yourself into a prospect your friends have never heard of.
And just like college, half the course is convincing yourself you're doing great, which was Buff's. The other half, which is mine, is praying your autos don't transfer schools again. So final grade for the hobby box semester, a solid B- for effort. I give it a B+ for value and an A for reminding us why emotional resilience is a core hobby skill.
Next class, the Jumbo Box Graduate Program. Bigger boxes, bigger autos, and even bigger disappointment potential. It's like grad school, expensive, exhausting, and you still hope one big hit will make it all worth it.
Until then, study hard, sleeve often, and remember, big hits are rare.
But disappointment is free.
See you next time.